One of the most recognizable hallmarks of America is the concept of the American dream. The American dream evokes paragons of equality, upward mobility, and security. It has been used to describe many features of America, its politics, ethics, the justice system, and everything in between. However, while the American dream has been widely lauded for some time now, it has certainly had its critics. Some have pointed out that America herself has done little to help certain groups achieve the American dream. Others see it merely as a coat of paint, used to hide the cracks instead of fixing them. Is the American dream an ideal worth fighting for? Or is it simply an outdated relic of the past? Let us put the American dream through the four-way test. Is it the truth? Is the American dream real? While many of us have tangible symbols in mind of the American dream, like the quintessential suburban house with the white picket fence, the American dream has proven to be more abstract than that. It is the gold standard, the ideal version of the life we all want. The intangible nature of this lofty goal makes divisive opinions inevitable. The American dream of one group may be at odds with the American dream of another. Even within those groups, each individual has their own distinct ideas of what their dream should look like. Observers have pointed out that the assimilation of all these goals into one cohesive paradigm of America is unattainable. However, just because something is elusive does not mean it is not real. While the American dream may seem invisible, its effects are undeniable. The rags to riches stories have played out many times in our nation's short history. John D. Rockefeller started out as a son of a criminal before becoming one of the wealthiest men in America. Hank Aaron made his own bats from wood scraps before becoming one of the best baseball players in all of history. Oprah Winfrey was born into a poor family in Mississippi and is now one of the most recognizable faces in America. Their stories and many others prove the reality of the American dream. Is the American dream fair to all concerned? By definition, the American dream promises a fair shot at success to all people, regardless of race, gender, or socioeconomic status. The entire premise of the American dream is that no matter where you start from, you can rise to the top. But when a country advertises such a noble claim, but in reality enacts policies that do the exact opposite, can we, in good conscience, call the American dream fair? The simple answer is no, we cannot. But as for so many other things in life, it is not quite so black and white. While the deep irony of a country denying certain citizens its so-called dream should not be ignored, it should also not remain unchanged. As America evolves, so does her dream. As the years go by, the dream not only promises a fair shot at success, but also promises that those who've been denied their opportunity can fight for it back. We see this every day through protests and petitions, marches and demonstrations. Fairness is a choice, something that we can create. It does not start or end without our permission. The American dream is fair to all concerned when all are concerned about the American dream being fair. Will the American dream build goodwill and better friendships? For many years, the American dream has been deeply personal and materialistic. It is about how much money you can make, what kind of job you can get, what kind of house you can build. It has rarely been about the collective whole. However, as the internet becomes more established and social media usage becomes more widespread, we have become more interconnected than ever before. The evolved meaning of the American dream reflects this contemporary connection. Before, the American dream caused discontent, jealousy, and resentment, not because of the ideal itself, but because of its application by those in power. While these problems do still exist, the sheer amount of new information and the relative ease of obtaining it have started new conversations about the place the dream has in this present-day country. As a result, the American dream has become less about the individual and more about the society. Instead of wishing for a bigger house, people are now advocating for adequate housing for the poor. Instead of complaining about their job, people are now working towards safer conditions for employees. While this view may seem naively altruistic, we cannot deny the good that has been done in recent years. It can be hard to see it through the constant barrage of hate and violence we see every day on our screens, but we, as a nation, have become more cognizant of our fellow man and his needs. In this way, the American dream builds goodwill and better friendships because we have turned vague aspirations into tangible goals for the future. Will the American dream be beneficial to all concerned? For many years, the American dream has been an emblem of the value of hard work, determination, and initiative. Our adherence to these values have been a great source of pride in America. However, the American dream's tendency to focus on material wealth as a measure of success has also been a source of contention. One of the signs of a growing society is its ability to not only recognize the good, but also to recognize the bad and remove it. This can be applied to all aspects of daily life, including the American dream. When both the benefits and the drawbacks of the American dream are acknowledged, then, and only then, will the American dream be beneficial to all concerned. The American dream has been one of the most equally uniting and polarizing aspects of America's past and its present. It has been celebrated as the epitome of American character, but also disparaged as a harmful fantasy. Despite the American dream's strengths and its flaws, we must remember one thing. It is simply a dream. Dreams are worthless unless we put in the work to make it a reality that we get to